Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Let's get started, Capricorns. March, coming out of March. Okay, interesting. Maybe changing your subconscious, changing some subconscious invisible patterns that could have been passed down emotionally from ancestors. There could be a level of guardedness or vulnerability and understanding of your emotions, how to better care for yourself, level of truth coming in here. Okay, interesting. This could be about your real estate, your family, your mother, releasing, purging something intuitively so that you can pursue more joy and happiness in your life, spark your passion, your confidence, your everything like that back up into gear. Let's get it going, right? Capricorn, what else does Capricorn need to know? Especially if you've been unsuccessful, these could be great lessons or ways to re-strategize something. You might have to be more flexible in your approach or take on a new style of advocating for yourself. Being more optimistic. We have so much Jupiter energy in the start of our week, so that could be important. Leaning into spirituality, higher wisdom, higher knowledge, education, university, right? Involvement with the law. This could be about rectifying justice in your life, making the scales more balanced for yourself going forward for the long term, right? Actually bringing anything unsuccessful back to successfulness. What do you need to do that, right? What are the steps we need to take? Getting real with ourselves, right? Maybe not denying anything anymore, stepping into your power, obstacles to overcome. Just make sure that, especially if like your pride or ego or low self-esteem has caused you to be more aggressive than necessary, then that could be an issue, or it could also be a strength because it allows you to spark that kind of shine, that kind of drive towards this goldfish, which is increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. As you change the goldfish from the little aquarium into the pond, it gets bigger. It turns into like a koi fish, right? I'm pretty sure. So what do you want Capricorns to do? 10 of Wands and sideways. So reconsider your commitments. Reconsider what's overburdening you. What has been slowing you down? What has been causing you havoc? What are the storms that you have been facing? How can you better detach from them emotionally? Maybe this is what's been leading to a lack of commitment or a lack of success regarding a commitment or a love situation in your life. You might have to detach, come into your power more so, right? Reflect on the past. What can you gain from it? How can you step more into your power and authenticity? With the Ace of Cups here, this could be mastering a level of self-love as well, so that you can invest in commitments in a better way or in a more stable way, right? Especially if you're an overgiver or an undergiver. These could all be issues with a connection, right? It's all about doing it in a proper, mature way, learning things from all the little steps that we take. Yeah, you could have been burdened, but this could be really good because it's like a stress test, right? Messages for the Capricorns. Wars and battles. Could have been some conflict here regarding communication with somebody. Tell us more. Somebody here could have been like, I don't know, annoying is the vibe I'm getting. You could have had just a baby, or somebody wants to like, I don't know. I don't get like a super great energy. Like maybe you're committed to somebody that like wants to protect you or something like that. This person could have Sagittarius placements. They could be very rebellious in some sense or intuitive, or it's important that you listen to your intuition regarding this person. Like that is what is defending you and allows you to actually move towards growth, to move towards self-love, to move out of unrequited love. Maybe you've had unrequited love from your mother's side, or your mother is jealous of you or something. I heard a great TikTok by Sylvester Stallone, who was invited to the Oscars for the Rocky movie, right? When it came out, he invited his mother to come, and his mother said, "If you don't give me a ticket for my best friend, I'm not coming." And she didn't come. And he was up there. He said it was like the saddest day of his life. He was around all these great people who he admired. He was broke just a year ago, and now he was in the Oscars, right? And his mother literally did not come. So there could be something there for you to reflect upon. Something regarding finances here as well. Something about bad health, like maybe you've been neglecting your health, especially if you've been investing it towards a baby, or like especially if you're, yeah, I think you need to mother yourself first, and then you can show up as a stronger mother if you are a mother. So what else does Capricorn need to know? Egypt, something could be like spiritually tied to you, like a sense of karmic debt that has to be paid or something like that. Tell us more for Capricorn. Most important advice to align them for their ultimate abundance, wisdom, growth, destiny, ultimate abundance. Whiskey, things take time, so don't rush anything at this time. Witch's Rosary under that. I think we'll go ahead and read that for you guys. It's a very common, peaceful card, 43. You could be studying about these things, studying about karma, studying about how every thought and intention you send out returns with the power of 3. So let's see, 43, focus, concentration, intention, developing habits, and trust. Your higher self chose this card because it represents the long road to success that guides you to remain focused and intentional. So you could be improving, just like that go in that card, like stepping up the mountain, getting stronger. Your situation is not one that gains immediate results, but is likely to be rewarding with patience, consistent effort. The way forward is to be practical, responsible, committed to the mundane tasks that aren't glamorous, but do provide security and stability. So put yourself first, protect your own boundaries. You will receive this card when you're ready to put in hard work to see your goal through. Although although it does remind you to avoid perfectionism. Habits and skills take time to master. You could also be praying to Ganesha, who has a broken horn. He has one tusk that's broken. He's very imperfect, and he is the first god in the Vedic pantheon that we worship, or anywhere that is worshipped, because he rules the root chakra, which is our animal instinct. So you have to get by him before you can get through any other chakras. And he gives that sense of security, stability. So maybe if that's been denied to you, that could be important here as well. There could have been an overly aggressive person in your life for a long time. But he rules the beginning of things, like the beginning of any kind of creative endeavor, a baby, anything, any kind of enterprise that you want, a creative new start for yourself, a creative new step into your own leadership. He would be the one, because he slays any obstacles that lie in your path that are trying to prevent you from going towards it. So habits and skills take time to master. Don't take it too personally. If you don't get it right at first, you may follow instructions step by step and find that something is still off. Remember, you can always start. Make sure there's not people around you that are like sabotaging you. Start from the beginning, retracing your steps until you discover the source of the problem. This card also confirms that you're on the right path and should keep doing what you're doing. You may be frustrated if you're not seeing results, which is why this card has made its way to you. Spirit wants you to know that you have done nothing wrong, but you must trust that work will be rewarded with time and divine astrological timing, right? So very interesting reading for sure. Maybe we'll get you an animal oracle to close this out. Most invited. Okay, be here now. Be here now. 34, the hummingbird. So you could have been like flitting, having way too much on your plate, flower to flower, priority to priority, and now it's a real time to get more consolidated, focus your energy, get grounded, make focus, determination, don't spread yourself too thin, right? So let's see if there's any advice from the tarot. What would you like Capricorn to do to align them to abundance that they seek, the best path for them that they need to take? Two of gifts, kind of sideways. So this is all about limiting your responsibilities, like we said. You can see how stressed he is, and I'm glad this came out sideways for you. It means you are beginning to do this. You are beginning to, eliminate things that call on your time, for example, and establish better justice, balance, good karma in your life. You can see how sad he is. I mean, maybe your parents have never really cared about you that deeply or something, no offense, and it's nothing to do with you. You are still worthy regardless. But they were immature, right? And how can you be more mature than them? There could have been a cycle that was failing to close out as well. They could be needing to be like focused on or something like that. And then when you finally reach closure and completion with this, now you've reached the level of mastery. Capricorn, it rules the number 10, right? Which is the 10th house, career, reputation, long-term security, the structures we build, building things, like apartment buildings or whatever, bridges, right? But that only comes through level of mastery, right? So you might want to study Alexander Hamilton. He was a Capricorn, I believe, and he rose from like slave, like not slave, but like from poor, very poor in the Caribbean, to like, he was the treasurer of the United States, right? He managed the finances for the presidency. So I hope you like this reading. Please hit like, comment, share, subscribe, or hit the Buy Me a Coffee link. If you want to leave a tip, you can get a personal reading by messaging me on Telegram. Thank you. Take care.